The first time I met Srila Prabhupada was in 1974 in San Francisco. I had joined in 1973, as Maharaj said, and then I had washed pots for a while, and then was asked to distribute books. And anyway, I was part of the book team in San Francisco, and at that time, around 1973, Prabhupada really started pushing book distribution in a big way. It was no longer kirtan on the street as much as we was emphasizing book distribution. Everyone should go out to distribute books, because he was saying in Los Angeles, he was giving lectures, Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abhadyavapyapi namanyanantasya yashonkitanya shinvanti gayanti granantya sarava. That if someone comes in touch with this Bhagavat, it's not an ordinary thing. If they read one word or one line, or if they even touch the book, their life will be changed because it's so powerful. And he was instilling in young people who are just walking in the door the faith in this by seeing Srila Prabhupada's demeanor, by hearing the sweetness of his voice, by being taken up in his energy. Then armies of devotees were going out to distribute books around that time. And when Srila Prabhupada came to San Francisco, our temple president, oh, that's it, introduced the Sankirtan party, the book distribution party, to Srila Prabhupada in his room in San Francisco. And Bhaktidas said, these are the book distributors. They're going out every day. They're sacrificing so much to go out and sell your books, and they're selling so many books. And we were listening thinking, oh, this is nice. And then Srila Prabhupada said, you must also read the books. And then he preached for about 20 minutes about how he wanted every one of his disciples to take full advantage of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Every word, he said, I've translated from Sanskrit into English. I've painstakingly translated these books for your benefit, because I want you all to become pure devotees. And at that time, I could see that Srila Prabhupada's real interest was for us to come up, to actually become very serious, can be completely serious about Krishna consciousness and take full advantage of the process of Krishna consciousness. And from that, I've always been inspired that although Prabhupada's pushing book distribution, and this is very pleasing to him, that we must take full advantage of everything he's given us to come to the highest platform of Krishna consciousness by taking the process seriously. And since Siddhanta Prabhu is here, has been asking me to tell the story a million times, this is the last thing I'll say, just because he wants it on tape. Anyway, in 1975, at the opening of the Krishna Balaram Mandir, I was here with the party that I was with Tripurari Maharaj and Suradas, and there was a group of us working for the BBT party. In any case, Prabhupada did the first artik for Krishna Balaram. And after that, then there was an opportunity for the devotees who would do the first artik. And so Tripurari Maharaj was ambitious. He pushed his way in the Pujari room, and he said, he grabbed Suradas and he grabbed me, and he said, we're doing it. And Bhagavan came in and he pushed him away. He said, no, we were here first. And Gurudas came in and he said, no, we were here first. And we were saying, Maharaj, just let him do it. Because we really weren't trained up so much in Pujari work. We had done a little bit here and there, but we were mostly doing book distribution. So in any case, we had to wait till Srila Prabhupada came in, and then the doors would open and we'd do the artik. And so that's what happened. We went in, and before we went in, the Pujari, who had been up for 3 days, came and said, this better be good, because all the biggest pundits from all over Vrindavan will be here. Srila Prabhupada will be watching personally, of course, and you want to make a good impression. So we were very nervous, and we waited and waited, and finally Srila Prabhupada came for darshan. We opened the doors, and we walked to the front where all the paraphernalia was, and I froze, because I had never seen such paraphernalia. Long ghee wicks. I've seen small ghee wicks before, long ghee wicks, and all types of different paraphernalia, and washing the conch outside the room and everything like that. So when the artik started, also we had never done a simultaneous artik. That's very difficult in and of itself if you've never done it. So we were there, and then
Were you doing Krishna Balaram?
I was at Radhashama Sundar's altar. Tripurari Maharaj was at Krishna Balaram's altar, and Suradas was at Gaur-Nitai's altar. And there was a fan going over Gaur-Nitai's altar that no one could find the switch for. because the temple had just been built and it was going full speed. So he could barely do anything there with the chamara and it lighting anything. And then Srila Prabhupada came in, he offered obeisance to Gaur Nitai, Krishna Balaram, and he came to Radha Shama Sundar's altar and stood there. And then, of course, all the GBC men and all the sannyasis, they stood behind Srila Prabhupada. And I turned around to look while I was offering the incense and practically fainted because Prabhupada was standing right there. Anyway, it went from bad to worse as I continued to fumble through the process, and I was thinking the whole time that Srila Prabhupada may ask me to burn my Brahman's thread afterwards. I really thought that. And I think when I turned around, I threw the water and it hit Tamal Krishna Maharaj square in the glasses, and he was, I could see he was furious. So after the program, after the Artik, we came into the Pujari room, and Tripurari Maharaj said, now is the time to pray for forgiveness. And I went to the dark recesses of my room that I could find and thought that I would stay there for a long time and pray for forgiveness. But the point is that after the Artik, Prabhupada had gone back to his room. This is the story we got from Rameshwar, who had gone back there, and Srila Prabhupada said, who is this doing Artik? And they said, Prabhupada, these were Tripurari Maharaj and his men, Prabhupada. He said, they don't know much about puja, but they distribute your books. And Prabhupada said, well, that is all right. That's what he told us when he came back. So anyway, after that time, I felt even more gratitude for Srila Prabhupada's mercy, and I also took it upon myself to learn how to do puja.